are this, I call it father of, K-pops and
Well,
R&B.
actually, back then, there was no internet.
Okay.
There was no cable TV. And, just to have R&B music at that time was never heard of. It's never been done in the Korean language. And so when we actually did it, we had a lot of famous producers. I'm sure you guys know JYP. He was at our studio and he was listening. He's like, whoa, this is good. I don't know if you can do it, but it sounds good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so basically we had a lot, like Mr. Kim Young-suk was at our studio too, and they're just sitting
they're
there.
like listening and they're
like, it sounds good. It sounds really good.
근데 될까?
Like, would people be able to receive this?
Right.
And, we're really lucky that actually, one thing about Korea is in the summer is when people release a lot of dance music. We released our ballad during the summer.
Whoa.
And that's when the hottest months of the year, people were listening to a song that was 5 minutes and 5 seconds long on a regular TV show.
Whoa.
And we were hitting #1 on that with that song. And so that was, when I think about it now, it's like, wow, it's like a revolution in music, like.
That is.
To have a ballad come out on the major dance times. And so it was a lot of fun.
I mean, that's like Steven Spielberg of movie making times, bringing out movies when things weren't supposed to happen.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
He did it the other way, yeah.
It's just like, wow, like, you're going to do that? This, it's so hot.
Yeah.
But then it somehow just happened,
Yeah. Now tell me about during your debut. I know that it wasn't easy and smooth sailing. Of course, everyone thinks, wow, he's a singer, it's great. But there's always things behind the scenes, politics, things like this. Did you ever have a time that you want to give up?
Well, I think that those the dark years. It makes you think about like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What do I get out of it?
What was the reason why you thought that?
Oh, because, everything just seemed like it just wasn't going the way I planned it. The way you plan your future is, like every album that you make, it's not like you do it half-heartedly. You do everything like to your fullest.
Yeah.
And there are times when, like politically, your company-wise, things, just don't go your way.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting the unlucky 4 every day or whatever it may be. You're rolling the wrong dice.
That's right.
And it just seems like you're not getting a break, And a lot of times there's, there's a lot of politics involved also too. So, just not having everybody on your side also.
And culture differences.
Definitely.
For you.
And so I think that's one of the things that really I struggled with.
Yeah.
And it's like, is this music? Is this what music is about? And then, it really made me think about a lot of why am I doing music, the reason for me doing music. But, those are dark years, I mean, it's like you get hit once, right? I mean, you got to take the hit. But, you could say you take the hit, but, that's just the easy way to put it. It hurts.
Yeah.
Those hits, they're pretty deep, and
right. It's not just love hurts. Music hurts.
It's like, like whatever, maybe it's many things,
Yeah. As a musician, what were some of the musicians that you were actually influenced by? Who were you influenced?
Oh, Michael Jackson. I mean, it was all about Michael Jackson in the young days. And then, then after I became a singer, I went back to Michael Jackson. When the Thriller album Originate came out is when I was in junior high. And so I was listening to that and go, wow, that's an amazing singer. But that wasn't even me wanting to be a singer. It was just me liking Michael Jackson.
Wow. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I think Billie Jean has got to be one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, that song is just amazing. Beat It is also really musically amazing. And just the sounds that they pulled out of that year. I mean, Quincy Jones was the producer for that album. And I think Ron Temperton, he was just amazing. It was just like I think one of my top 3 albums ever made, that I've ever listened to.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful, that's one just beautiful album.
Yeah.
I love the Beatles.
Oh, wow.
I'm a real Beatles fan.
What's your favorite Beatles song?
Well, actually, one song that I'm going to be singing at my concert is All You Need Is Love.
Oh, that's great.
And I was I was on the KTX, the bullet train here in Korea, and I was just thinking about just my concert coming up, and what song I could put in my title of my concert is called Loveland. Welcome to Loveland. And then I was like, all you need is love. Dun, da, 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 dun. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Dun, 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 dun. It was like, whoa, that's it. And that actually is in my concert too. And it's just all about like love. And, you know, I'm really thankful for my sisters to, you know, they were listening to the Beatles when I was a little baby.
Oh, how many years apart are you and your sister?
My oldest is 1965.
Okay.
Okay, then 1968. And then my brother's 1970. My sister's 1971. And then I'm 73. So.
I see.
So we're all pretty old. Yeah, we're still breathing though.
And you gave your real age, not not your 방송 age.
Yeah, none of that.
Broadcasting
I'm
age.
still breathing.
Yeah. Now I heard you actually met Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah, I met him. I mean,
tell
that's
me
one of the
about
great
that.
times about my career is if I was doing something like maybe I was a car racer, actually being able to meet one of like Dale Earnhardt, like some of these famous racers, would be one of the biggest thing. Or like as a basketball player, being able to be be with Michael Jordan at the same table, talking to him. I mean, that's like one of the greatest basketball legends ever, right? For me as a musician, be able to meet Stevie Wonder as a musician, I mean that's like a dream come true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a computer wizard meeting like Bill, like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. You know, it's like wow. You know, it's just amazing, and yeah, it's just really grateful that I could meet.
Well, how did you
people.
meet him? What happened?
Well, when I was working on my last album, I worked with some of the people that worked with him on his concert. Morris O'Connor is his guitarist, and he happens to be a friend of mine. And so he introduced me, and then, they worked on my album. And then I was invited to the concert in Japan, and then got to meet Stevie Wonder and just take a couple pics and chat a little bit. But, he's a very busy man. So. And I'm sure, like, there's a million other singers that want to take pictures with him and sing with him, too, so...
Well, you're kind of up there here in Korea too. You're like this legend of R&B, we can say, So I'm sure people want to come up to you and take pictures with you and talk to you for a few minutes too.
yeah, it's cool,
Yeah.
It's all good.
What did you say to Stevie?
I was like, I've always been a fan. In my career, especially a lot of after I became a singer, it changed from Michael Jackson.